Raj, CEO from Raj Hospitality Management, HI Hospitality Influencers. So happy to have a wonderful person, a great leader, a great family friend, I will say, and a person who, in fact, many times when I meet him in his office in Mumbai, he motivates me like anything. A real inspirational person. I always feel that there is a small saying in Hindi, says "Kuch to kar, yun hi na mar." He's a person that he keeps coming with a lot of ideas. If you spend 5 minutes with him, he comes with his beautiful idea. My dear friends, I'm going to introduce Mr. Jotin Doshi, the chairman of GEM Tours and Travels today. He is going to speak about his life and the way he has come out his journey. Let's meet Sri Jotin Doshi ji for Hospitality Influencers today.
Namaskar to all of you, and I'm so happy to welcome all of you for this Hospitality Influencers program. It's a great pride to have Sri Jotin Doshi ji, chairman of GEM Tours and Travels. And it's like on this panel, he's actually sitting in one of the most exotic places called Lonavala. What should I talk about him? Because I know him for so many years. He's a leader, he's a mentor, he's a guide for many people like me. Like he guides a lot of people like us. I have a lot of respect for this person, Mr. Jotin Bhai, because we call him Jotin Bhai, Mr. Jotin Doshi. Lots of respect because he's a man with a lot of inspiration. No, I've never seen him not keeping quiet. So you spend 15 minutes with him, he will come out with 15 ideas. He will, in fact, not giving ideas about himself. He will start motivating you to think about different things. Like if I go to him, when I meet him in Bombay, he will start talking, Raj, why don't you do this? Why don't you give me this package? Why don't you? So even I would have not planned and gone. He will motivate you and he will push you towards something where he will say, Raj, do this. And you come back and start working on it. We do business with him together or not, that's not important. But a lot of people in life lives a kind of a benchmark in your heart. He's one of the person like that. Introducing all the viewers of Hospitality Influencers, Sri Jotin Bhai. Sir, namaskar. Thank you very much, sir.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar.
So first of all, sir, thank you very much for giving this valuable time of yours because मुझे पता है अभी lockdown है and you are sitting in not in the office but in Lonavala also. I think you're working the same way. The man who gets up 5 in the morning and start working and he ends up the day by late night. But then you cannot see that he's wasting the time or his messages does not come to you. WhatsApp, I get every day's WhatsApp message. It's a lot of inspirational message. He will not send you any kind of, the messages which are basically not useful to you. So he will be always sending messages which is important to you about his company, about his packages, etc. Sir, just want to start few questions to you because we have hardly 30 minutes to go. So how did you begin your career in tourism and hospitality industry? Almost 38 years of your journey.
First of all, good morning, everybody. And a special thanks to you because you are always motivating me also by your new ideas, new interviews of a lot of people in different industries, and your wish to do something new always. I started this company in 1983 when I was just 18-year-old and studying in Jai Hind College. And my father was very poor. So when I started with a thought that I must support my father to run my family. So I put a poster on my college pillar that I'm going to start Nepal Darjeeling tour for 20 days for 2,500 rupees, Mumbai to Mumbai, all inclusive, and college students will get 200 rupees discount. And next couple of days, principal called me. This is a college, not a commercial premises. You cannot do this business here. I said, okay, sir, I'll remove it. I kept it for 2 more days and my tour was full and then I removed it. Okay. So this was how I started. And it was a fantastic tour. All college friends, their parents, and they all joined. I was not aware that my bus capacity is 45 people, but I booked 51 people. Oh, wow. So I had a problem on day 1 when we entered Kolkata by train from Mumbai. The bus capacity was just 45 and we were 51. So I said, okay, friends, how are you going to help me? So few people sit in the cabin of driver
Oh,
Few people sit on the steps, and they did this journey for 20 days.
wow.
That was just amazing, and this is how we started. And then slowly at that time, money was not big criteria. Only criteria, if I support my own expenses, my own studies, then I'm not a burden on my father. So then this is how I started. Then somebody said, you go to Thailand with a package, take papadum and onions with you, sell it there, and bring shirts and other things from there, sell it here,
Okay.
and make people do holiday to Thailand and Singapore. So that was my second venture. So this is how I started very slowly in 1990.
But this is very amazing because, for the youngsters today in the college doing this, I've never heard before someone doing like this. And that too, like people adjusting after paying the money, adjusting to you and sitting in the driver's cabin and it's really wonderful.
No, it was God's grace. And in 1990, I married to Tina. Her actual name is Minakshi, but we always call Tina. And then we started doing more of domestic in a larger scale and international tours. At that time, nobody knew what is Kerala.
Okay.
And one of our friend, a cousin, was very close to CGH family, Mr. George Dominic.
Yeah.
And their hotels were about.
Hello. Hello. I think it's got cut, sir.
Just
Yeah. You can continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So at that time, he invited me. His two properties were about to start. One was Spice Village, and other was Coconut Lagoon. So he called me. I went there. Me and Tina. It was raining so heavily. We went to Casino Hotel on Wellington Island. I meet him, and he said, "Jotin bhai, our family is from plantations. They were in latex plantations, rubber and everything. And we are starting this venture." They had Casino Hotel, but it was their beginning, and it was our beginning too.
Yeah.
So I said, "How should we go about?" They said, "You decide." He said, "Our rate is 600 rupees a room. You take 10% off." I said, "Forget 10%. You keep 600 and let me decide the selling price." And then I started advertisement that in monsoon, go to Kerala, a land of waterfalls, a land where you walk with your partner, hands in hand, sing romantic songs, and enjoy the monsoon. I gave the name Monsoon Kerala. It was completely off season in Kerala, which I made it a season, and I put the name Coconut Lagoon. That let's go to Coconut Lagoon. Till now, many people are thinking Coconut Lagoon is a destination.
Absolutely.
It is not a place in Kumarakom.
Absolutely.
And this is how we started, because in my college, I was given one idea by a professor that when we use a toothpaste, we are used to ask other people, which Colgate do you use? So I made the same concept that Coconut Lagoon is a destination, and we did amazing work for 10 years. This is where we get big money out of the business, our breakthrough in life.
When did you start your brand called Gem Tours and Travels?
That is 1983.
1983. And what is the reason you chose that name?
No, most of the family members, friends, relatives are all from diamond industry.
Okay.
So I thought to keep name that Gem has two meaning. One, are people familiar to me understands that this is from the same background.
Okay.
And two, in our college, Gem means a real gem, a nice person,
Okay.
a gem of a person.
Absolutely.
So we started Gem Tours. There was no other Vastu or any puja or anything. This was just to give a click. And it worked.
Fantastic.
Then in 94, we started with Alaska. At that time, nobody knows where Alaska is. And it was a white patch in US map above Canada, where I found some fascination. I don't know, but since birth, when I see something, some thought starts in my heart, in my soul. It gives me inspiration that this place is calling me. And I always make sure that I go there. So 94, when Alaska was just started, nobody was knowing what Alaska is. We started cruising Alaska along with Canadian Rockies.
Mhm.
And at that time, cruise company were not knowing what Indian market is. For them, America was the world, and we started selling Alaska in India. That was our next big breakthrough. In the
Fantastic.
same year, we started South Africa, because till 94, South Africa was not a free country, was ruled by white people. In 94, Mr. Nelson Mandela sworn in. And I was used to write him letters when I was in college
Oh, wow.
about, he was in Robben Island in a jail for 27 years.
Oh, yeah.
So I was used to, because I had lots of inspiration from him. So I was used to write something to him. So I got a call from South African Airways one fine day that so and so day is a sworn in ceremony of Mr. Mandela. Will you join in? I said, wow, but how much will I have to sell out? They said, no, you are our guest. I was so happy. That was my first visit to South Africa.
Wow.
And I loved the place so much that till today, if somebody asks me, what is your favorite destination? I don't say Europe. I don't say America. I don't say Antarctica. I don't say Canada or New Zealand, not even Switzerland. I say go to South Africa, because that country has everything in one country. And whether we ask for nature, history, culture, we ask for adventure activities, shopping, which is everything. So I loved the country and I started South Africa. Last year, we completed 25 years of operations in South Africa.
Wow. Fantastic. Super.
And in the same course, in 10 years back, we bought 2 properties in South Africa. So still there, one is a 4-star, others is a 5-star property.
I have some questions for you later also. I'll just add on to it. My second question to you it was not so easy for you in the beginning of your career. You never had a home to stay. The journey from a homeless, normal person. Because I've heard about this. You came from Jamnagar and you have stayed in Dharamshalas. You know, that was something which I have heard about this long time back. And I was imagining a person staying in a Dharamsala and made up such big. Could you please let me know your that travel time of Dharamsalas to this what you're today?
No, Dharamsala, we stayed because we were homeless. We came from Jamnagar and my father didn't have money to rent or buy a home. So we spent 6 years, 1979 till 1985, in different Dharamsalas. Each Dharamsala, you are allowed to stay maximum 2 or 3 months. Oh. So every 2-3 months, you have to change your home. So that was a beginning and there was no choice. So we started that. First home we took in Mumbai was 1988. 1 room and kitchen. No drawing room, nothing. Whatever you say, that was the whole home. This is what our first home is.
How many of you were staying in 1 room?
That were me, my younger brother, younger sister, father and mother. 5 of us.
So that's something because, you know, like that was an inspiration for me also because I heard about this long time back when I used to travel to your office in 1994, etc. Those days itself, I used to learn about you. And that was an inspiration to me also because the person was never, lost his hope. He always had something to do something and become bigger, so that's what inspired. How much impact Miss Tina Joshi, Meenakshi ji have on your life, your marriage and love and most of the because I think they always say that the pillar of success, a person behind your success, and I believe in that because a woman can make you and break you, and in your case, she has made you like whatever it is, and I think she's like for me, she's like a Lakshmi to your home. So, what do you feel about your relationship with Meenakshi ji?
No, Meenakshi ji is my soul and life, and she always treated me like a son, never treated me like a husband. Because when in my childhood, I was taken care of by my parents, and last 30 years, she is the one who takes care of me. Whatever I say, she never denied. Whatever I asked, she always did. And 30 years, I didn't see her ever getting angry.
Oh.
So that is how, and I believe that if you have such support from your wife, then only one person can concentrate on career. So
Absolutely. I do believe in this
don't-
because, yeah, I do definitely believe in this because I always say, because I tell many people that your wife has to be like your mother, so that affection and care and understanding, that's more important. Because, yes, today, because it's very difficult to get such people, but then I think I always say, because it's a jodi of Shivji and Parvati, so that's something very exciting to me. And thank
but
you.
our relations are like Parvati and Ganpati.
Absolutely.
I always call my mother is my mother and you are my stepmother. This is how we lived.
Sir, the fourth question to you is that what has made you to come into the hotel industry? Because you are passionate more into the tours and travels, but then you started a property in Switzerland and also South Africa. Why that changes has come into you? Why that diversion came into you?
No, we were used to do pre-purchase with so many hotels since so many years.
Okay.
So with the time, I thought that when I'm paying XYZ amount to a hotel for a full year, if all integration is my own catering, my own hotels, my own transportation, and my own tour company, then lots of places, my synergy gets in such a way that I can offer a price what I want.
Okay.
Even if I throw something free, it doesn't make me a loss. But for any other company to sell anything for free is not possible.
Okay.
So this is how I developed the idea. And over the years, if you don't invest, I learned from my beginning because we are homeless. I always thought that case rich is a poor person, but asset rich is a person who is really wealthy.
Correct.
Because when you have assets, you might not liquidate it overnight, but if somebody takes your stones from the upper layer of the land, there is another stone below it. Stone, there is stone below it. So
Correct.
it is called real estate. It's a real asset. So, and we grew without home. So I keep investing in properties from beginning, from 1992. So it went on and went on and went on. And in India, many hotels were priced so high that to recover my investment, it might take 20 years. The prices were never realistic in India.
Yes.
So I thought rather we spend in a country where people stays more than 3 nights. Then my backward integration is ready with Gem Tours packages. So those people staying in those hotels, my occupancy automatically goes up. And this is how we started with the hotels.
Just amazing, sir, because you still own those hotels in South Africa and Switzerland, right, sir? So you are always an active, dynamic person, because I've seen in you that your business is there in your blood. What is that which makes you too so active and vibrant at this age too?
I think some blessings are there. I'm very ordinary, but because I have seen poverty, because I learned that my nation needs person like me to create more and more jobs, which will support my economy and my nation. So it always kept me busy. That if I am working something from one project, even if 50 people gets their home survival, is a support. And slowly, we kept creating jobs. So as on today, there are over 100 chefs, over 100 tour managers, so many offices, so many staff across the world. And if I'm not mistaken, approximately 550 people across the world are connected with us from more than 13 to 14 nationalities.
Fantastic.
So it helps us a lot, and they teaches us when you meet new people, new culture, new nationalities, everyone has something to teach.
Correct. So that's something amazing, sir. So what kind of boss you are to your employees? Are you a tough person or a soft person? Or you're a leader where people feel their growth and also comfortable?
My team never thinks me as a boss. They always call me bhai.
Okay.
Bhai has two meaning. One is underworld bhai and one is a brother. So
मतलब डर भी लगता होगा उनको ना, they are afraid but then they show.
I tell them, you enjoy your work, full freedom to what you want to do. But if anything goes wrong or anybody does wrong, then I'm a bhai. And
You other
if you are doing well, I'm a brother to you forever. Any of your problem, I'm with you. So this is how they have learned. And there are so many people with us since 25 years,
yeah,
20 years, 15 years. So now it is a legacy. Legacy is created in such a way that it can't be purchased.
absolutely, absolutely. So, can you tell us about your charity? Because I'm sure that you do a lot of charity, and your CS, does your company have any CSR bring itself, or you do the charity? बोलते ना जो right hand देता है तो left hand को पता नहीं करता है. You do something like that, or you have a proper charity also?
No, no, we have proper charity, but we don't announce it where we do it. But usually we try to spend it on humanity and on those animals who can't speak. So I don't spend much on the religious purpose. I don't spend much on entertainment programs, but I do spend huge amount on good causes,
Okay.
like taking care of the community, taking care of the stray dogs, stray animals. So those things, cancer patients. So those kind of things of education are going on. It's going on since 28, 29 years.
Okay.
But I would not give in-depth light on that because it should be done in a silent way.
Absolutely.
But I would tell to everybody, if you don't spend something of your earnings, you are still not successful. You are a poor person.
Absolutely, absolutely. I do agree with that. So thank you. And how do you train your customers on the new destinations coming up? Because the competition is so high these days, and the customer wants the new thing every time. So how do you train your customers, and how your staffs are trained to see that the new concepts have been sold?
There are two things, Raj. One, I don't believe in competition.
Okay.
Competition may be at price level. Yes, there could be some competition. But nowadays, our tourists are very smart. They are highly connected with technology. They are highly connected with the community, especially in cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, others, Ahmedabad. So those people, they come by reference. And over this period, the trust is created is so huge. Often, when somebody comes to meet me, my staff don't just bring them in my cabin. They finished everything and they bring it to my cabin to say hello.
Yeah.
When they come to see me, I never talk to them about any destination, any product. I just talk to them about nice relationship, friendship. And supposing they've done a meeting with my staff, my team, for X destination, and I tell them, forget this, go to this Y destination. They will not use their mind.
Yeah.
They will just say, Jatin bhai, you said we'll go to this destination.
Yeah.
Often my team comes to me. They said, we made everything ready. We sold the whole package and you changed everything. I said, I will say what comes from my heart. I don't want to sell them anything. I want to create a relationship and revenue should be byproduct. So
And
for me, those who are connected with me.
Yeah, correct. And I also, because I agree with you, because I feel that when the boss of the company is suggesting something and they're very confident about it, and because I'm sure because you also put so much of effort to see that they go to that destination and come back with the happiness, that's very important.
That is the reason, yeah. Trust factor is the biggest factor. And I believe that when you connect with people by heart, even if you give one dish more or less, they stay with you forever. Because nowadays, people needs good people. And good becomes rare. And rare is always priceless.
Absolutely.
So we always try to teach even my team to be among the rare. My clients also to be among the rare, that you be unique. And not only my team or my industry, I've inspired thousands of people outside my industry to live life full of smiles. Because I believe that if there is a smile in your eyes, is the biggest asset of your life. But if you have a lot of money but you can't smile, you are the poorest of the poor.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've come down to the last question because we are running out of time because another 5 more minutes. Because you know that the entire world is in a very big problem because of this pandemic. And you also know that because the entire hospitality industry is suffering a lot. A lot of people have lost their job. A lot of people are, the students are upset because whether they are supposed to choose this hospitality industry or not. A lot of people are not going to get the job. So all these tensions are there with many people, and this particular channel will be watched by this YouTube channel will be watched by many people, where they want to meet, they want to hear from people like you that what kind of messages you would like to give to them for the youngsters today about the business, work ethics, sincerity, and hard working.
Very nice question. Maybe little longer answer, but I will explain in a very good way. First of all, every industry needs more than one vertical of revenue. Supposing right now hospitality is affected, hospitality people should not sit down, should not wait to industry to come back again, because new normal may happen in next 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 year or 3 year. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what actually corona is. Even I don't know. Even you don't know, because every week some new medical reports are coming in. It spreads by air, it spreads by human. So nobody is still aware what the pandemic is. And our life needs 3 meals every day. We need a shelter forever. So to run those expenses, one has to keep his mind open, heart open. I have learned one thing. You must have seen the movie Slumdog Millionaire. That whatever happens, those items have been taught by God before. So it happens, you are ready to answer those challenges. So if you are connected with your own heart, own soul, then there is always a new answer. Now do this, now do this. So if you are active, nobody can stop you. Might be it's like a cow. If life does not have a cow, and if it is flat, that means you are a dead man. So cows has to be there, and from cows we find a new way out. So pandemic cannot break moral of human. Humans are children of God, but we have to act as children of God. I hope my answer is correct to
Absolutely
each
fine.
and every human.
I want you to give a small inspiration, one word or two words to the younger generation today, that what they should focus on to be in the business and work ethics.
I think business ideas will come automatically. First, you connect to yourself. You connect to your own soul. Surrender to whom you believe, whomever, and trust it that even your one breath is not in your hand. So whatever supreme power does is the best. And then you keep doing your karma, automatically things will fall in right place.
Correct.
So I would say don't use brain, use heart, and celebrate life every moment. If you stop celebrating, your life is over.
No one has given such advices to the team so far. So thank you very much, Jotin Bhai, because it was wonderful talking to you. We have spent almost 25 minutes, and I think you made my day, and you are going to make. No, I'm sure.
You made my day.
So this is going to be telecasted on the Sunday 4 p.m. I'll send you the link, and etc. You can share to many people also. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the spending. So thanks, and thank you to Babiji also. Thank you. Thank you.